Hey there, my little fellers. I'm going to be playing Dark Souls 3, and it's the Convergence mod, and I'm gonna fight against Slave Knight Gael. Love this boss, but really, I'm just gonna use the Moonlight Greatsword with just one hand. Usually, it's a lot better with two, but fuck it. I did like a strength build before, and whatever, I'm gonna confuse it. And it was, yeah, I did a strength build, but I had enough intelligence because the battle mage is strength and intel. There's really no class that's just strength, or like that isn't with faith or intelligence. They always add that. In this fight, oh, one of the best. Probably the best in Dark Souls 3. You can argue with Nameless King. I prefer Nameless King to it, but I think, objectively, I think this is the best. A lot of people say best in Soulsborne, which you can make an argument, but I kind of disagree. I think there's quite a bit better. I think there's like literally two better, I think, than this boss. I think, yeah, as the best. I think it's like for the best. He also, I think, is overrated when it comes to his difficulty. I think his timing of attacks is actually really easily read, I feel, compared to something like Nameless King. Because I feel like his wind-ups and attacks, like Nameless King has a very long wind-up with quickly paced attacks, so you kind of had to time it perfectly to dodge it. But Slave Knight Gael, I feel like, just, I don't know, I think his timing is just, it's like middle delivery, middle middle charge up, middle delivery, when it comes to time. And I think his damage isn't as high. Actually, another thing that's OP about my build is that I have, in Convergence, it's not the most fair thing, not extremely balanced, but it's hard to do that. It's hard to do that. That's why everyone loves Dark Souls. But I have two rings that gives me regeneration. Ah, crap. But yeah, it gives me regeneration, and I basically don't need Estus Flask, and I'm so buff because I fought this guy multiple times, because Convergence mod lets you fight him multiple times, or just bosses in general, so it's good for grinding, which is what you're going to do a lot in this game. Oh, yeah, another thing I'm going to piss a lot of people off, I have a lot of hot takes when it comes to Slave Knight Gael, because the Dark Souls community is pretty, I mean, it's a community, of course, it's going to be pretty bad, but Dark Souls isn't as bad, but it's, man, these cutscenes, they're good, but I think there's a lot better than Slave Knight Gael's cutscene. They're cool, and they really, they technically explain a lot. Well, I mean, the Blood of the Dark Soul, that's literally the most informational part of the fight. Oh, God. I had to burp a little bit. And this phase, I mean, not the phase, but I think the music in this phase, so I'm gonna be a little quiet. But I do think there's multiple cutscenes that are better than this one, such as Siegfried's and Nameless King's cutscene. I think those are better cutscenes. And I think outside of Soulsborne, Dark Souls, I'm gonna go with Orphan Cause. Hold a minute, give me a second. Yeah, this phase is actually, I find it harder than because of that attack, it's just so slow. See, look how beefy I am, because I kept fighting him. And at this point, there's a better weapon than the Moonlight Greatsword, but the thing is, it's just, I just want it to look cool. That's the new attack in Convergence, I love it. Cool, nice timing, extremely cool aesthetically. God. Oh, here's the music again. Hold on. Playing and recording. Why? Something innocuous. Really? Don't mind me. Okay. Well, he just came in, and I'm not gonna edit that out because I don't want to fight him again. I think there are better bosses though than Slay Gael. I think two that I think I will argue to the end of days. Artorias I think is better, lore-wise, like look-wise, weapon-wise. Just the fight I think is cooler. I also think it's actually more difficult. And yeah, I think Orphan is, I think, the best Soulsborne boss in my opinion. Again, you're gonna have a different opinion, and I don't mind. Like, there's a lot of good contenders, especially in Bloodborne. Like, Ludwig is really good. But I think Ludwig fans kind of put in the same category as Slave Night Gael fans. Like, if you're a Ludwig fan, you're a Slave Night Gael fan. I mean, who isn't? But the reason I feel like you'd hate those two is because you hate the popularity with the character. I think, because I get that. I really do get that. That's actually why I wanted to convince myself that Slave Night Gael isn't the best. Which was hard for me, but I think, like, in my opinion, he actually isn't the best. Again, in my opinion. In my opinion. The music is, like, the second best in Soulsborne for Slave Night Gael. I think number one is Ludwig with the second phase. Amazing. Love it. Orphan I think is the best, in my opinion. I think it's, like, the most difficult boss, but one of the most fair bosses. His moveset is so unique, and that's what makes him so hard, because it's nothing you ever possibly face, and he does humongous damage. But it's like you have the full capability of dodging it. It's I don't know, man. I think, not only do I think he's easier, I mean, not easier, I think Orphan is harder than Millennia. I think it's more fairly balanced. I think it's just a better boss. I think Orphan has probably the best lore next to probably Artorias, you can argue that. I think he has one of the coolest, I think he has the coolest arena next to probably the Slave Night Gael's arena. When it comes to, both are very practical. Both are pretty, flat, yeah, sure, but I don't know, I think they're just both really good. Oh, I just killed him, I didn't notice, I was too busy talking. I climacted with the beam of light. Boom. Wow, I love the boss, love it, masterpiece. Masterpiece of a boss. So yeah, I will... Like, I keep going between what I like more and what I think is better, like between Nameless King and Slave Night Gael, because I think they're both equally just as good bosses. I'm a little more biased towards Nameless King, so I like Nameless King a little bit more, but I can't say that he's better. I don't think he might not be better, and you can argue, and...
Thank you, go kill yourself, bot.
What the fuck? Okay. Back to whatever, but yeah, I'll probably fight Nameless King in another video. I'm doing this for fun, and I think you guys will enjoy this. And yeah, oh yeah, another thing in Convergence, you can level up on the bonfire. Ain't that sweet? Ain't that cool? Yeah. But yeah, I think Slave Night Gael is probably like the third to fourth best Soulsborne boss. I think Artorias and Orphan are, in my opinion, objectively better. In my opinion, you can say that they're... Well, technically, it's my opinion, so it's subjectively better. Not objectively, but I think objectively, Slave Night Gael is a great boss, one of the best. I don't think that's debatable. I think the reason Nameless King isn't as good as Slave Night Gael, in my opinion, possibly, again, I'm not sure, I can't figure out my mind, is mainly because the first phase isn't great, but to me, since I do strength build a lot, I just destroy the first phase. And yeah. I really want to do it now, but, you know, I won't. Well, it was fun, guys, and if you want me to continue doing this, then you tell me. I'll see you, my little fellers, later.